Well, hello, my beautiful Leo. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for mid-October right through to mid-November 2025. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. Now, I will be using guide chimes, so please be mindful to turn down your volume if you are someone who is sensitive to sound, okay? So let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Leo, this is your singles love reading. I'm going to get your overarching energy first and then follow it with a Celtic cross just to see who's coming in towards you. But before I even start, I'm being given an image and an energy that when you meet a new person, there's going to be a communication between you, a conversation about an eyelash in your eye or in theirs. Random, I know, but that's just something that just came through there, okay? I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading. I pick up on energy. My guides also guide me, and I was given that by my guides, okay? So this is something to look out for. Let us start your reading and get straight into your cards and see what's happening there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Leo? What are they going through right now regarding their single life? We have the cross there, so it's pretty hard. You've been going through some personal struggle there, but also you may have sacrificed part of your time, as it were, to focus on your priorities, your responsibilities there, and it left you no time to find love. Some of you may have even just like sacrificed the dating scene because you feel like there's no one out there looking for the same sort of relationship as you at this time, because you also have the Tower there. So you may have felt a little bit isolated or alone in your energy. Doesn't mean, you know, love is not coming in for you. I feel like you have priorities, you have responsibilities, duties that you are prioritizing at this moment in time. But looking at the energy, your outcome, I mean, this is your arc, as it were, your overarching energy. I'm loving this, the fact that there's going to be a nesting between you and a person. Yes, there's been a wait, but I do see you aligning with someone, and you meet this person in some sort of hustle bustle, you know, some sort of place with ambiance, because when you get the birds in the Lenormand deck, this means that you're feeling a bit frustrated, but there's some sort of community. And for some of you, and I will tap in with the Celtic cross there, for some of you, there could also be a friend who tries to set you up with somebody. And this could be at an event, but I need to get a little bit deeper there. For some of you, this may not happen. It may be more that you get involved in the community in some way, or some sort of creative environment or party environment, as it were, and then you're going to meet a person. But your first card, of course, is the cross. So this is your protagonist energy. You're feeling it's very challenging at this moment in time. And you may, for some of you, not all of you, my readings are not about religion, of course, but perhaps some of you are really focused on wanting to meet a person who shares the same religion or belief system as you. So it can be that, you know, you have to really narrow it down. And if you're in a community already where you share your faith, it can be really hard. You're seeing the same places, faces, and it can be, you know, challenging to find someone outside of those circles at this moment in time. But you will, is what I'm seeing there. There could be a new addition to that environment if you are someone who's going through that right now. Not all of you are going through that, of course. I will honor the main energy, which is an energy of, you know, looking at the dating scene as perhaps people are not willing to invest the time into a deep, loving relationship. Even when you may have gone on dates before, you may be like, oh my gosh, you know, people are not invested in relationships in the way that you are. You're not looking for a quick fix. So you may feel that, you know, you have withdrawn yourself, because the Tower is to feel like you need to withdraw, or perhaps, you know, cut yourself off from an environment because you feel it doesn't resonate with you, or there's just no one out there sparking your attention. Yes, there are moments of feeling a little bit isolated and alone, but there's a difference between solitude and loneliness. And I feel like you are someone that, if you do feel lonely, it could be those 3 a.m. thoughts, because the Tower is in the resistance position. It means that you're trying to live a full life and focus on your projects, and, you know, you tend to enjoy your own company as well. So a lot of you may have removed yourself from the dating scene in order to prioritize other needs. Okay. And for some of you, it could be that, you know, you didn't want to settle down for a while, and that was okay. But then this time period sort of lapsed into longer periods, and suddenly you're like, okay, I want to find love, because you wouldn't be here at this reading if you didn't want to, but I do see you're on a trajectory to meet someone new there. Now, for some of you, of course, this symbol can be a symbol of betrayal. So you could be healing from a betrayal in your past, or perhaps you feel that love has just been really disappointing, let you down. So you thought, well, what's the point in wasting your time getting involved in a relationship that you feel hasn't aligned with your expectation of love? But I feel like you will meet a person that does align with what you know, perceive love to be. Someone who shares your love language there. It's number 36 when you reduce it. 3 plus 6, of course, is 9. Hermit energy. So a lot of you been going through a spiritual awakening there, really, you know, working out who you are, being enlightened as to what you want in life, following a certain path where you have found it hard, a challenge. Perhaps it's your soul purpose path at this time. But I feel a lot of you, there was this thing you got to do by yourself, as it were. So I feel like you've honored that, and you have focused on that at this time. Now, Leo, you naturally stand out from the crowd. Whether you know that or not, whether you like that or not, you do stand out from the crowd. When you get the Tower in the Lenormand deck, it means that you're someone who is noticed. You know, no one really compares to you. And often, and you may have wondered this as yourself, actually, often people look at you because you are very attractive, you have natural leadership skills, you're someone who's very independent, you're really comfortable being by yourself, and that may intimidate other people, especially, you know, people who perhaps find you very attractive, okay? And you may have wondered about this, but I want you to be aware the right person actually is strong enough to walk by your side. Anyone who's intimidated by your greatness or your natural light that's shining out of you, you know, that basically sorts the people apart to say those people are not meant for you, okay? So if you found that people competed with you in relationships in the past, or, you know, they felt threatened by your sensuality, your greatness, your attraction, because you tend to attract a lot of attention, people giving you the side eye, you know, and I just feel like sometimes you may have met a person who was super jealous or tried to control certain aspects, and, you know, you were born to stand out. That's just natural. And you're going to meet a person who loves that about you, someone who wants to foster that within you, raise you up as much as you raise them up as well. Now, I'm mentioning that because number 19, of course, is the sun energy. So some of you may have kind of like withdrawn or got quieter in life. You're trying to battle through that. You're trying to remain confident. But when you come to like thinking about love, you may feel like somehow it has dulled your shine, or people try to knock your confidence because they see your greatness. Remember that about yourself, okay? Now, the outcome energy, of course, is the owls. Now, the owls connect to the birds card in the Lenormand deck. So this is about community, leaning into friendships, going out there and, you know, allowing yourself to be seen. This is also a card that indicates you will be communicating with a person that you can see your future with. And this person, there's a lot of depth to this person. I mean, you look great together is what I'm being given as well. I just saw 1111, and this is Soulmate. I mean, you're going to see 1111 everywhere you go for the next month. This reading, of course, is for the next 6 weeks energy. So it's number 12. I feel this person has waited their whole life to meet someone like you, and vice versa. And I can see you and this person settling down there, okay? Yes, a lot of you may be feeling a bit restless. You may be feeling that as you mature, the options are slimmer and slimmer, but actually you're going to meet a person who is kind of right on time when it comes to your life and where you feel like you're at right now. But let's get to the Celtic Cross to see things a little bit deeper, see what's going on there. I would say this is a period for you accepting invitations, getting yourself out there, and loving yourself as you are, because you cannot be Leo in the past. You've been there, done that, okay? You learned the lessons, you've taken them with you. Now you are Leo in this present moment. Love yourself exactly as you are, because the right person is going to love all of you as you are, okay? And you'll share a future with that person. So we have the King of Pentacles as your starting card. A lot of responsibility, a lot of duty there. Focused on your finances, focused on stability. It has been heavy. You may have felt that life has been pretty serious over the last couple of years. You got stuff to do, okay? And we got the Hermit. Yeah, I felt it from your energy. You've got number 36 there as well. A lot of you withdrew in order to rebuild your life, rebuild your light in some way. So that's what I'm being given. I feel it's the two, your life and your light. Okay, I said that on purpose because it's something my guides are highlighting there. I mean, the Hermit is to withdraw because they're exhausted, feeling fed up, like there's no one out there aligning with what you desire. There's no one who gets you. If you think about the nature of a hermit, they withdraw from society. So you may have felt like you're so exhausted with all the things you've got to do that perhaps you've not been as sociable as you used to be, or perhaps you feel, you know, that you've had other things going on right now that required your attention and you gave all of your energy and time to that. But the time is upon you. You got that 2 of Cups right there. Is it 2? My guys just said 10. My gosh, I'm wearing glasses as well. I'm like, huh. Yeah, actually, it's 10 of Cups there. I thought it was 2 because, of course, you know, the cards are very similar in this deck, but it's 10. So I just want you to be aware. That's literally your happy ever after. That's when it all comes together. You meet a person that you share the same vision for life. You share your love language. You look to the future in the same direction. And we've got that 10 of Pentacles. I mean, 10 of Pentacles is marriage. It's settling down. It's a secure relationship. And we have that High Priestess there as well. So some of you feeling a bit cautious. I mean, your advice to yourself in this moment is the High Priestess. So a lot of you, it's like connect to your higher self, learn more about who you are, about what you want. We have that 7 of Cups. We've got options coming on in. I feel because your hope and a fear position is your 7 of Cups, I feel like you're so fed up of meeting people who are wishy-washy, inconsistent, you know, people who don't know what they want, here today, gone tomorrow, looking for the quick fix, people who are perhaps like giving all the talk, got commitment issues though, and I feel we got that 3 of Wands, yes. So 3 of Wands is an energy of like options coming on in, spending time with people there that resonate. I'm going to go one more just to see if I can see beyond that 3 of Wands, because 3 of Wands means you're on the right path. You're in harmony with your heart's desire and you're about to meet a person that aligns with you. We got that 7 of Swords. Some of you may be, you know, healing a trust issue, but 7 of Swords is often a misunderstood card. It basically is a little lesson not to go too quickly because you may miss something when it comes to relationships, but also it is this sense of independence. Sometimes we're given a pause on purpose to really, you know, give back to ourselves, really build a relationship with ourselves. We spend a lot of time looking outside of ourselves, going after goals and dreams and things that will, you know, foster a relationship with ourselves deep down. But I feel a lot of you, you're trying to simplify your life in some way to come home to self. And I feel it is here when you become comfortable with yourself that actually you open yourself up to meeting a person who aligns with this version of you. Okay, we also have the Page of Pentacles there, and we have the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so Page of Pentacles just means someone new that you're curious about, that you see as worthy of your time, your attention. So I'm excited about that. 8 of Pentacles, though, I feel a lot of you are working on yourself and you're committed to yourself. But 8 of Pentacles actually is a commitment. So there seems to be this group activity where you meet this person, and I'm quite excited about that. So your first card King of Pentacles energy. Now, the king, of course, is someone who is laden with responsibility, establishing themselves. So I feel like you've been trying to establish a firm foundation of security for your future, locked on to financial strategies, maybe extra responsibilities in the home life because you have that Ten of Pentacles there. Some of you may have, been a carer for parents or guardians, or perhaps you've been, focused on your main responsibilities in life in general, just to keep your life running smoothly with this card. I mean, if you look at this beautiful figure there, the King of Pentacles, whilst there is a big old pentacle there, that figure looks a little bit tired, okay? So it can be that you're just tired of the way that people present themselves. You may feel that, everyone is presenting a version of themselves, and you're just looking for authenticity. You're looking for, that nugget of gold in a person who shares the authenticity that shines through your soul. And I feel you've kind of like, almost, for some of you, not all of you, of course, sacrifice your love life because you're like, oh, it's not out there, I can't find it. But it is out there, and you are going to find it. I want you to be aware of that. Now, Temperance card is in the crossing position. So a lot of you have given your time, your energy to your sense of purpose, but also the Temperance energy is about waiting. It's about patience. And some of you may have felt a little bit impatient at times. I know that, we all wait a long time for what we truly deserve and desire. And sometimes we have to ask ourselves, why is there a pause? What's the lesson in it? Often there's a reason. So I feel like your reason, of course, with stability and responsibility and duty, but also I feel to foster a relationship with your higher self, develop your intuition, develop, a connection to download messages, deepen your faith or your belief system there, and really, tap into your life philosophy. Because I feel like you make a difference, you make an impact in your world. And a lot of you gave your time or are giving your time and your energy to your sense of purpose there, because that Temperance card is all about that. But also, you may feel that in your life, when one thing was going really well, the other thing was not going so great. So if you were like working really hard, trying to build security, finances, be successful, you may feel that perhaps sometimes, your love life wasn't going so well. And when your love life was going great, perhaps you felt that the other was just ticking over and you could, have done better in another area, for example. That's not going to resonate with all of you, but this is like balance. This is you fostering an energy where you can have it all. You can blend the two. You can have success and the love of your life. You can make it work. So I feel if you have been doing too much of one thing right now, because this card is in the crossing position, I feel like you're about to bring your life back into balance, into harmony. And of course, I feel there is this disruptive force coming through. So some of you may have felt that certain relationships you had in the past were very disruptive to your energy, or you felt that they tried to knock you off course, tested you in ways that you never wanted to be tested. And it's like you felt at some point, maybe not now, but at some point you may have felt like it was better for you to be alone. So you kept love at arm's length just briefly, but it feels like it became an extended period there. But you're on course to meet the right person, your soulmate. The earthly plane position, we got the Hermit. Now, these two cards are very connected. This is the earthly plane position, and this is your advice to yourself in this moment, to withdraw, to get to know yourself better. Some of you may be cautious with that High Priestess. You're doing a lot of questioning, and it can be that, if you have a trust issue, you're trying to heal that dark night of the soul energy. I mean, you don't have the moon there, but because we've got a sacrifice card right at the beginning, it can indicate that you've been sorting through the mud of life and, the challenges that you've faced along the way. And with that Hermit energy, I feel like you've been giving back to yourself, prioritizing your own needs, and really reflecting on trying to foster a calmer environment in life, removing yourself from drama. And of course, this card indicates that you're an old soul, so not much impresses you. It's like, okay, been there, done that, but also you see through people's BS. And whilst that can be a blessing, it's also a curse because you see through people's motivations and it makes you withdraw a lot quicker because you're like, oh my gosh, you know what? I see you. So you're kind of like, you just want someone who's authentic and true, someone who is comfortable with being messy. You know, people don't have to be perfect. Whenever a person gives this sense of perfection, there's normally something they're running away from or hiding from, and you want someone who's done the work. You need someone who's strong enough to walk by your side and say, yeah, okay, I'm a little bit messy sometimes, but let's be messy together, okay? I feel like you're going to meet the right person for you that's quite exciting and fun and curious. Someone who wants to go deeper, someone who wants to know you at your very core, not someone who's looking for the quick fix, the here today, gone tomorrow. That's very exciting. It's very thrilling, of course. You want that passionate person, and you're going to get that passionate person, but you're also going to get someone who sticks around. Even when, you know, in life, the stuff hits the fan, sometimes it does. We got to ride that wave of life. That is the truth of life. It is ever changeable. It is, you know, sometimes up, sometimes we're down, and you need someone who's going to be there with you as like a team member every step of the way. And I feel that's the sort of person you're aligning with right now, because you're starting to know yourself from the very core of you, and that's important. And I feel a lot of you, that was the reason why you were put on pause, almost like to have a bit of a reset, as it were. Now, in the past position, we got the Six of Pentacles. This tells me that you're an overgiver. You tend to give all of yourself to a relationship because you have a beautiful, pure, loyal heart. When you're in love, you're ride or die, okay? But you may have lost yourself in those environments, and you are remembering who you are right now. You're trying to create that harmonious balance in your life, okay? Also, I feel for some of you, there is this energy, if you have not been in a relationship in the past, I feel like you have had to split your time to prioritize needs all the time, and you may have prioritized other people's needs at the cost of your own sometimes, so you're learning about reciprocity and bringing it back home to yourself there as well. Also, Six of Pentacles can indicate that, of course, you've been trying to stay afloat financially. You know, you're someone who is so generous with your heart, so kind. You give so much of yourself, and actually, you're an earth angel. You're such a good friend as well. So I feel, you know, I don't want to say this because it's not true. I mean, you know, sometimes people say, oh, a person is too nice. That's not true at all, okay? Someone who says, oh, you're too nice, it just means they cannot take advantage of you because you see them. I want you to be aware of that. So if you've ever been told that you're too nice, that is a cop-out. That is someone saying, oh, you really see me. You see that I cannot manipulate you. I'm trying to give you a version of me right now, and you're not believing it. I'm going to have to up my game. And if they have to up or step up in their life in some way, and they can't do it, they can't manage it because you have certain standards, that means that they try and make it about you. You're too nice, or you're too this, you're too whatever. You're not too anything. You're just the way that you are, my beautiful Leo. What it means is that in that moment, perhaps they were not enough for you, and it was too hard for them to step up and be who you needed them to be in a relationship. So that's coming through very, very strongly, okay? But a lot of you, Six of Pentacles indicates that you've been trying to harmonize your life. You've been, you know, pushed and pulled in many different directions, and maybe even had some very unexpected things happen in your life that you just had to manage, okay? But I feel the universe is aligning you here with your happy ever after, because you deserve it, because you're such a good person. And good people, they don't always finish last. I know there is that kind of connotation, but I feel like the universe is saving the best for last for you, okay? Now we have that 10 of Cups there, and that 10 of Cups indicates your potential position, the happy ever after, the dream love relationship. This is two people sharing a life that they've always aspired to achieve. This is you meeting the person of your dreams, someone who gets you, someone who sees you, someone who shares that need for serenity, that groundingness. It's almost like I'm hearing from this card right now, oh, I found you. I finally found you. So I'm really getting this energy that when you meet this person, both of you instantly realize there's something special about each other, and you realize, oh, I've been searching my whole life for someone like you. And you can see a vision of your future with this person. You may even dream about this person, like you're getting married to this person, because you do have a 10 of Pentacles here, okay? So that's coming out there. But I feel this is your vision becoming a reality, and you work really hard for it because you're creating a foundation for that sort of love to come on in. You're not kind of sacrificing your needs, because I feel a lot of you, this card can be that you sacrificed your needs in previous friendships, relationships, or circumstances, and you lost a part of yourself that you're trying to come home to. Now, of course, that may not resonate with all of you, but I have to honor the energy that's coming on in here. Now, the 10 of Pentacles, this initially is a card where it represents commitment, okay? So I do feel like you're on course to meet a person where you will commit to this person. Some of you, if you have been married in the past, it could be that you have some thoughts around marriage that you're hesitant about. Maybe that you want a relationship, you're not sure if you want to get married for some of you, but with the right person, you're going to, evolve into the relationship that you desire, that both of you share, because you have a 10 of Cups, which means you both share the vision. That's 2 5s coming together to make a 10. You both share the vision of what the relationship should look like. But also, of course, I feel this card indicates you do have commitments right now. And for some of you, they could be family commitments. Doesn't mean that you're going to shirk those commitments. You're definitely going to have that sense of duty and continue that. But also, I just feel there's some sort of familiarity coming from this card. So let me just pull a quick card on this, because I do feel it's almost like I'm getting 30-70%. And like 30% of you may go to some sort of event with familiar people, friends or relatives for some of you. This could be that you're going to a wedding, for example. You're invited to some sort of event or birthday party or barbecue, or maybe it's like a gathering of some sorts. And there's a strong potential for someone new to attend that. And this person you're really curious about, and you start to work towards a relationship with each other. The other, like 70%, I got this energy of you attending an event that perhaps you pay for. This could be a place where you learn something, or it could be a place where you're giving back to yourself. And that can be in many different forms. It could be like you're giving back to yourself by going on a vacation, or you are investing in like a meditation class or a sound bath or yoga, or, maybe it's a course of learning in some way. But I just feel like you're giving back to yourself. I mean, I'm not seeing any kind of swords that connect to online dating, but because we do have a card of air there, for some of you, you may be curious about going down that route. Others will be like, no, don't want to do that, want it to be organic, because a lot of your cards right now are very organic. So I feel like you'll meet a person where there's familiarity. Okay, so this could be like a trip down memory lane. Let's go to that place we all used to go to, where we used to just dance the night away, or we had great food there, or whatever it is. It just feels like you meet a person connected to something familiar, but it feels like you're giving it to yourself as a treat, or it's a treat in some way. It doesn't happen often. Okay, so that's coming through there. We got Wheel of Fortune, 10 of Pentacles, out of the blue. This is you meeting a person that you just know you're going to settle down with, that you are, if you're up for marriage. Not everybody is, of course, but that's your prerogative. But I feel there's like a commitment out of the blue. Wheel of Fortune is suddenly. It means surprise. The universe wants you to meet this person, and no matter what path you take, you're going to meet this person. And there's a cycle of change upon you, and this is like out of the blue. It's love. So I'm excited about that card. That's in your near 6 weeks position. So a lot of you, this could be an event that is being planned or something that you go to. Next 6 weeks is very important. So, if people say, let's go to this event, and it's like after the 6 weeks, it can be connected because it means, within the 6 weeks, it got planned. Okay, because whenever you got pentacles, these can be connected to plans or decisions that are set in stone, that are booked, that are going to happen on the material plane. Okay, now your advice to yourself in this moment, High Priestess, when you'll know, and you absolutely will. This is about you fostering your intuition. It is about deepening your connection with your higher self so that you can know. But a lot of you are kind of in between worlds right now, because there is this sense of balance. You got the Temperance card, 6 of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. It indicates that, you're managing 2 worlds, or you feel like you're outgrowing a part of yourself in order to move into the next stage of your life or the new version of you. And I feel this is a card of listening to your feelings. It's about the subconscious wisdom that is deep within you. So it could be that suddenly you feel activated to want to find love now, after a period of like, you know what, I'm good. But now I feel like there is this desire to allow yourself to be seen, come out of your comfort zone. And with this card, I feel this is a period of, like, for some of you, not all of you, but you may have booked like a clairvoyant or tarot reader, personal, not, through here, but they're going to tell you pretty much the same thing. They're going to tell you about a person who's about to enter into your life, who's very curious about you, and this person is worthy of your affection. Okay, they are worthy to take this journey of life and love with you. But also this card, it can be that, you know, you've overthought love in the past, but I feel like you're coming to some sort of balance in your life where you're not going to overthink it. You're going to be very organic in its development when you meet this person. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. So my guides just gave me that you're going to have so much attention that you're going to be like beating them off there. Okay. If you know the Seven of Wands, in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, there are 6 wands, of course, all vying for someone's attention. And there's one person who's elevated. They're wanting that person's attention. That's you, my beautiful Leo. And it can be that, you know, there's going to be some choices, but there's going to be some flirtations or people interested, and you're going to be like, no, no, no. But there's one person who really captures your attention, and you let them get closer to you than anyone else. Okay. And you'll just know when you meet this person. But the Seven of Wands, as an exterior energy, it means energies outside of yourself. It means you're not giving up on love, because love is not giving up on you. But also this is about you retaining your sense of independence, that you're going to meet a person where it goes the distance. So if you feel like you've met people where it just got to a certain level in a relationship and then just dissolved, I feel like you're going to move to the next stages in a relationship with a person. And I'm quite excited about this. Now, also, this card can indicate some of you are a little bit guarded. Now, this can be that you're under pressure or you've been stressed in life at this moment in time. You have a lot of challenges. You're wondering where this person can fit into your life. It will happen organically, okay? It's just going to be natural. It's going to be like this new person is going to plan events like way in advance. That tells you that they're invested in the relationship. Not like, hey, what are you doing in 30 minutes? Can I come round? That's a no. Okay. Now, of course, I'm not telling you how to live your life. You're going to do whatever you want to do. Of course, it's nice to be spontaneous. But if you're seeing a person who is not investing in a relationship, is just there for the goodies, or is there for a quick fix, or is not giving you the feeling, because of course you've got that High Priestess there, is not giving you the feeling that this is something special, because you are special and you need to be treated that way. And when you're treated that way, you will naturally reciprocate it to the person that you're with. This person is a welcome addition to your life. So you've been learning about letting the right one in. Okay, that is something that is strongly coming through there. Now, Seven of Cups is in your hope and a fear position. Some of you may have questioned love. Is it all an illusion? You know, do we ever find the one? Well, of course, we learn lessons in life and love. So, you know, you will be sent people to teach you lessons about what love truly is and what it certainly is not. With that Seven of Cups, I do feel a lot of you are fed up of meeting people who have had commitment issues. Perhaps some of you, you know, you fear meeting a person who has commitment issues because you're all in. When you fall hard, and you don't fall in love easily. Some people say that Leos fall in love really easily. That's not true at all. You have such a beautiful, loyal heart that you are very careful with it. And I feel some of the lessons you've learned actually taught you to be more careful with it. So that can be why that Hermit and that High Priestess feels a little bit of hesitancy there. But also it can be that you've structured your life in such a way that you're in a very protective energy. King of Pentacles is like protecting the foundation or the stability that you've built. So even if you have children right now, it can be that you have a certain structure, or even if you have a career, or you've built a life that you feel comfortable in, it can be that you want to protect the structure of it. You don't want someone to come on in and kind of disrupt the natural equilibrium there. So you're very careful about who you allow into your life, who you allow into your heart and into your head. Okay. Now, of course, this card is read in the reverse as well as the upright. So this tells me, with that Seven of Cups energy, that, you know, you're going to see clearly who is right for you. Okay. And also I feel the hope is to, you know, restore a sense of purity in a relationship. I mean, Seven of Cups means you have options, but when you have options, it's like, well, who is the right option? Your heart knows the way, your intuition knows the way, and that's why you've been on pause to foster that relationship, to deepen it so that you trust your own intuition. You may have second-guessed yourself in the past, and, you know, you will have learned something from that. But I feel the hope is to meet a person who wants to settle down, who does not have commitment issues, or is not like keeping you as an option. Someone who actually sees you and is like, oh my gosh, I want to spend my life and my time with Leo. And there's no like side dishes or anything like that. You know, you're meeting a person who invests in a relationship right from the very beginning. And this person is going to come on in here for you. And they want you and only you. They only have eyes for you. We got the Three of Wands. This tells me about future plans. It tells me about something that perhaps brings people together. Three of Wands is like group activity, teamwork, sometimes travel, but it can just mean that you're traveling outside your usual parameters or doing something that you're looking forward to. Okay, so that's coming out there very strongly. Three Wands also means things turn out better than you expected. So perhaps there's an event that you are thinking about going to and you're like, oh, okay, you know what? I said I'd go and now it's getting close to the time. Do I really want to go? Okay, look, I have a sense of duty to go to it, or I've booked it. I must go. Trust your intuition. If there's something you really don't want to go to, or you have a hunch that you shouldn't be there at, then listen to that. But ultimately, I feel there's an event that you really do kind of decide to go to, like, attend. And I feel that you may even go to this because it feels familiar and it feels like perhaps there's some sort of group activity there. That's what I'm seeing here. But it feels like there's someone new who attends that place or that group activity, someone who's unfamiliar at a familiar place or with familiar people. We have that Seven of Swords. Some of you, wherever you're attending this, I feel it could be that you actually show up by yourself to it, even though you may know people there, okay? I'm going to pull a card on that Seven of Swords, because we do have that Seven of Cups there, and we have a Page of Pentacles. So it kind of tells me that some of you, there may be like a minor flirtation or a quick fix that is offered to you. And because that Seven of Wands is there, it can be that you're a little bit guarded, like, I see you. I see that you're not really interested in this long term, okay? So you have to ask yourself what it is that you're looking for. Some of you may want the quick fix. But if you're looking for love, which a lot of you are because you have a nesting energy right here, I feel like you're waiting for the one. Look at that, Page of Pentacles coming out again. So, I mean, even in a different deck, I love it when my guides give me that. Out of a whole deck full of all those cards, that Page of Pentacles showing up there for you indicates there is someone worthy of your time, your attention, and someone who invests from the very beginning. Someone who's really curious about you, who wants to get to know you better. This person is notorious for being very independent, and so are you, I feel. And I feel this is a great thing because two people who recognize each other, that they, you know, have prioritized their own needs after a period, and they're not willing to just commit to anything. So you two, when you see each other, it's special. You're like, oh my gosh, I think I just met my future. So that's what I'm getting here from that. I mean, Page of Pentacles, when you apply it to love, it means someone who actually makes an effort, someone who's warm, dependable, someone who, you know, learns through relationships as well, someone who's open to, like, compromise, because relationships are compromise, but you kind of fit together so well that it just feels like you're learning to love again, perhaps. Maybe that's the energy I've got coming through here. But this person, there's a real energy here of commitment, investment, the beginning of something that will truly grow, and you cultivate a relationship together. And I feel like your future selves will thank you for surrendering to this moment, okay? Because I feel both of you just get each other and you see a future there. It feels almost like a wish, something developing. You know, whenever you have a page, it means someone new who's curious, who is invested in something and is, you know, taking the time and attention to be careful with nurturing something because they see the potential in it. And I feel, you know, you and this person see each other. We have that Eight of Pentacles. Now, the Eight of Pentacles is like a routine. It is a repetitive energy. So it's telling me right now that someone new is coming into your life that you will see time and time and time again. And both of you work towards fostering a relationship that develops into something special. You know, if you know the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, a figure works really hard and there's a home in the background. So this can indicate that working hard to offer something stable or feel secure in something. So I feel this connects. And I feel this is about you also recognizing where this person can fit into your life. It's organic. 8 is the number of the self. So it means that you're not going to lose yourself in this. It means two people who complement each other come into each other's lives. So I am quite excited about that as well. Now, of course, when you meet this person, you're not going to be like in a relationship straight away and putting a label on it. So that 8 can indicate that you're still prioritizing your own needs. You may still be single, as it were, but you're developing a connection with a person who really sees you, who gets you, and vice versa. I feel like you learn a lot from this person as well. I mean, when you have a Page of Pentacles and you have an 8 of Pentacles, it basically means something developed where you're learning about each other, you're finding new ways to discover more about each other, so you're not taking each other for granted. You know, 8 of Pentacles is about learning. It's about gaining knowledge. So this person is going to want to know everything about you, but you're retaining, you know, this sense of mystery, allowing them to, you know, let it organically unfold. You're not, you know, giving them all of you straight away. You're like, okay, you know what? You want to be with me. You got to work to know me. But, you know, because that 7 of Wands is a little bit guarded still. It doesn't mean you're not letting this person in. You're just learning from past situations where you're like, you know what? You need to show up for me because I show up all the time. So I feel a lot of you are retaining this sense of investing in yourself and making sure that the right person steps up to the plate. And then when it's a game or you're asking them to prove themselves, but I feel like you're just witnessing. The owls are very observant. So I feel both of you may be sussing each other out at first because you've been through some stuff in the past that you don't want to repeat. And that's on both sides. So both of you are kind of like, you know, working each other out, giving pieces of information and kind of like letting things develop. It's just going to be lovely. Just live in the moment with that, okay? So your final card, I am a dreamer. Well, dreams do become a reality, okay? Your vision of what you want in a relationship is something that's so important. And because you have that King of Pentacles there, a lot of you may have just lost yourself in responsibility, duty. It's been a lot of hard work, your life right now. You're establishing yourself and trying to be secure. But also, you know, being a dreamer there, it can indicate that you need to create a little bit more space to really visualize a sort of relationship you want. Just before bed, I always say it, you know, imagine the sort of relationship you aspire to be in. See it like you have it right now, like you're about to go and see them tomorrow, or you've just seen them. You know, imagine having, you know, dinner with that person, traveling with that person, see what they look like, imagine what they smell like, the cologne or the perfume they may use, or just their natural, you know, smell. It's just, you've got to really be precise about what it is that you want and call it into being, because I feel like you're about to meet a relationship that matches your vision of what you want for your future. That's why you got that 10 of Cups. Cups are all about emotions, and they are vessels of water. I use a vessel of water to scry. It is to see images for the future, and you have that power in your mind as well. So I feel this is about really tapping into the vision and watching it unfold in your life, okay? Thoughts really do become things. So I'm just going to go and get a trinket. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you saw that. I've got a trinket here, but one popped out. It's unusual for them to pop out, but you got the Wheel of Fortune that popped out right there. So, of course, this is a ship's wheel, and this indicates that you are the master or the mistress of your destiny. You know, it's about direction. You could be going somewhere. Some of you could be traveling somewhere as well, but I feel this is about you navigating your path and being guided to the person you're meant to be with there. But this trinket, I feel that connects to that Wheel of Fortune that popped out there. Destiny will bring you together. And also we've got an umbrella. So the umbrella can indicate that you felt you needed to be in a period of protection and redirection in your life, but the umbrella indicates it's safe for you to love, that you are protected, that you're guided towards this person. And this person, very protective over love. I feel like they will be there through thick and thin, and they will ride this journey called life with you right into, you know, retirement and beyond is what I see. This person will be your ride or die. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates, my beautiful Leo. Very excited for you there. If something resonated, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press that little notification bell. Lets you know when I update my next message. Lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Leo, and love and light.